From UK to USA, global outcry grew louder over violence against Hindus in Bangladesh. Large protests were held at Times Square and outside White House in the United States and in front of the Houses of Parliament in London and other countries against attacks on minority in Bangladesh. The protesters demanded an end to attacks and atrocities on the minority Hindu community in Bangladesh. On the other hand, Indian newspaper Economic Times claimed that former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has hinted at US role in her ouster.
Former Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has spoken out for the first time since her resignation. Hasina hinted at the United States' role in her ouster. In a message conveyed through her close associates to an Indian daily, the former Prime Minister said, and I quote, "I could have remained in power if I had surrendered the sovereignty of St. Martin Island and allowed America to hold sway over Bay of Bengal. I beseech to the people of my land, please do not be manipulated by the radicals," unquote. In response to the ongoing crisis in Bangladesh, India's border security force has tightened security along the border. BSF personnel were deployed at Sitakulchi in West Bengal's Cooch Behar. Assam DGP said that BSF and Assam police are on a high alert in the border areas.
BSF जो कि फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस है, उसके साथ साथ आसाम पुलिस जो कि सेकंड लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस है, पूरी तरह से सक्षम है। अभी तक ऐसी कोई भी सूचना हमारे पास प्राप्त नहीं हुई है जिसके हिसाब से हम ये कह सकें कि बॉर्डर पे सिचुएशन ख़राब हुई है। मेरे हिसाब से जितनी भी बॉर्डरिंग डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं वहाँ सिचुएशन सामान्य है, पर बहुत ज़्यादा अलर्टनेस की आवश्यकता है। कांस्टेंट जॉइंट पेट्रोलिंग चल रही है।
Following unrest in Bangladesh, concerns have been raised over reports of violence against minorities in Bangladesh. Protests and solidarity marches were organized in various countries in support of minority groups targeted in Bangladesh. Hindus in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia protested to express solidarity with the Hindus of Bangladesh. While in the United States, Hindus protested outside the White House in a show of solidarity with the Hindus of Bangladesh.
We strongly urge the State Department and White House to have lessons learned from 1971 genocide and make sure that those mistakes are not repeated. We strongly urge them to make sure that the culprits are brought to justice in a timely manner and the lives of minorities are protected in a timely manner as well.
Similar protests were held at the Times Square in New York. Protests were also held in Dhaka in Bangladesh. Hindus also came out in Finland demanding justice for minority Hindus in Bangladesh. In Canada, Hindus came together in Toronto to show their solidarity. Crowds also gathered outside the British Parliament. Demonstrations were also held over lack of global media attention on atrocities against Hindus in Bangladesh. In London, Hindus, Jews and Christians protested outside the BBC headquarters over their lack of attention towards minority groups in Bangladesh. Over 400 people were killed in Bangladesh in the demonstrations that began in July. Although the country's head of the interim government, Mohammed Yunus, has called for rejection of all kinds of violence, the country is yet to return to normalcy after the violent protests. Bureau Report, DD India.
In Maulvi Bazar district of Sylhet division in Bangladesh, several thousands people brought out a protest rally and formed a human chain on Sunday. They were protesting against the attacks on local minority communities, including vandalism, looting and torching of their houses, temples and businesses. The protest was organized under the banner of Bangladesh Sanatani Samaj. In Bangladesh, majority of police personnel are yet to join their duty post-regime change in the country on August 5. The Home Affairs Advisor to the interim government of Bangladesh, M. Sakhawat Hossain, on Sunday said police members who have not yet joined